guys have no idea how badly I want to hear what Mitch Johnson has to say about this game. Thanks for the super chat. Like I said, Mitch be watching the game like us, no adjustments. And since the adjustments come halftime is absolutely horrible. But we'll talk about that in a second. Big shout out to, even though I'm irritated, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description box. Or if you don't care about daily fantasy sports at all, you can go over to the home section, in which there is a plethora of different highlights that happened during the day, different news, injury updates, and you can see the San Antonio Spurs give up a 25-point lead. So if you guys are interested in that and, you know, seeing us be poorly coached, then go check out Sleeper, link in the description. I'm just kidding a little bit. I'm kidding just a little bit. All right, chat. So I agree with Dio. Not a lot of adjustments. And at some point, I know we sit back and we say, hey, the team needs to wake up. These guys need to wake up. You're professional athletes. You need to wake up. It happens to everybody. It happened to the big three. You have these games where after halftime, you just come out and you look ridiculous. I get it. I understand it. I want to say, hey, this is a young team, but our starting lineup is not a young starting lineup, right? So no, I won't give them that. And at some point, you have to sit back and just say, hey, maybe it's the coaching staff. maybe you should send a message and sit some guys here and there, right? Maybe you should make a move when you see that your team getting trampled. Maybe some of these guys need to sit. Maybe you should put in some more defenders. But you have something against Sochan, so he gets 4 minutes. Carter Bryant, you don't know how to use him, so he gets 8 minutes. And yeah, you just pray that Dylan Harper can save you at the end. Great coaching.
A lot of things. I think the short answer would be we probably weren't playing as good as the scoreboard said when we were up 25. I think we made a ton of shots. You go back and look at our first half.
Well, at least he's honest. At least he's honest. I thought that too. I don't think you guys could catch me like posting on hold on. I'll go to my Twitter. I don't think I posted one time in the first half how great the San Antonio Spurs looked. Yeah, my first tweet of this game was literally, hold on. My first tweet of this game was literally, why are we playing through Castle? Also, I hate Vassell being at small forward. So I was pretty irritated at the way that this game started. Even though we end up getting a lead, yeah, I was not. So he's right. He is absolutely right.
Half defense, and in the second quarter, I think they scored 6 out of 8 points. They were on track for 84 points, which they finished with. I think they had 42 points in the paint, I believe, in the first half. So there was a lot of smoke signals that were warning us that the scoreboard wasn't as real as it said it was.
Yeah, but after the halftime, you're up by 25 though, so it is real. You're up by 25, so you got to make adjustments. You're up by 25, and if you felt like that group out there wasn't doing their part, and you didn't think they would be able to uphold it, then you just go into the second half with a new group. I would hate for our Spurs to start to, because I know every NBA team does this, but I would hate for our team to start feeling more corporate, where this player makes this amount of money, so you have to play him. I don't want to feel that way, bro. If De'Aaron Fox is unplayable at some points, sit him. If Harrison Barnes is unplayable at some point, sit him. If Devin Vassell is unplayable at some point, sit him. Why?
And pretty disappointed the way that we came out of half. And give them credit. JB's got to play hard, and they didn't quit, and they made some shots, and they flipped the game.
De'Aaron Fox went 11 for 13. I'm not giving them credit for that. He shouldn't have went 11 for 13. That's ridiculous.
And then you're in a dogfight.
Your team throughout the season has been one of the best first quarter teams and fourth quarter teams in terms of net rating, but the third quarters have been an adventure. Have you been able to diagnose anything that's going on, any common themes between the third quarters this year?
they've just been consistently not up to our standard. You know, it's hard. You want to start strong. You want to finish strong. You want to maintain throughout. You want to finish quarters. You want to start quarters.
Small ball without Sochan is a crime. They literally put Olynyk at 5 and Keldon Johnson at 4. You played Jeremy Sochan at 5, and then you got mad at him when he wasn't an elite center, so he only gets 4 minutes. That's disgusting. I do not care, bro. I do not care. You guys can sit back and, you know, Sochan haters can say, oh, he's absolutely trash, so therefore he only gets 4 minutes. I don't buy that at all, bro. I'm sorry. I do not buy that at all. I watched him for several seasons now. I do not buy that at all.
But that clearly has been something that we have a lot of improvement to do. And it's been a variety of people, right? It's not been the same combination or the same thing over and over. But yeah, just the lack of focus, lack of concentration, when things are starting to slide away from us individually, collectively, tightening all the way up to make sure, okay, this possession, that's not going to happen. I'm going to leave less for chance. Things like that. And we need to be better, and I think we will.
The New Orleans Pelicans. Keep this in mind, guys. Keep this in mind. The New Orleans Pelicans, 27% from 3. The San Antonio Spurs do not have a great perimeter defensive team. But we've been good, at least with Wemby. I know Wemby ain't here, but we've been good and decently good at protecting the rim. Decently. If you got Luke Cornett, you got a chance. But you have 2 players with a plethora of versatility that you could have moved to that 4 to stop the bleeding. Pelicans came back from a layup line. I can stomach just a little bit if they're just making crazy threes and go on a run. But they came back from a layup line. That takes time. It felt like it was going on forever in real time. It was like, oh my God, this is taking forever for them to just come back. But it was a layup line. 2 points here, 2 points there, 2 points here, 2 points there, 2 points here, 2 points there. And they eventually came all the way back. That should not happen at all. A 27% from 3 and this is a close game? It should not be close whatsoever. 58%. They went 58%.
Every good team, it's like...
And I know we're saying Dylan Harper saved us. You know who else saved us, though? This man right here. Hold on, where my guy at? This man right here. Julian Champagnie saved us. 5 for 9 from 3.
They're really good in a couple quarters, and they've one quarter that not as good. If you're good every quarter, you're probably going to beat it, right? So when you try to address a problem, it's like you're playing whack-a-mole. It's like you might open something else up somewhere else. So how do you figure out, I guess, coaching whack-a-mole as you're trying to heal that issue with your team?
Yeah, I think we have a really deep team with a lot of really good players. And I think our staff's job, and primarily my job, is
what's your job?
To fight all the human elements that come into us not being able to play to our standard, whether that's preparation, whether that's competitiveness, execution, communication, whatever it may be. And I think
I just feel like just go figure it out. I don't mean to be that guy. It feels like just go figure it out. As long as you have the elements of playing hard, the talent will figure it out. It'll figure itself out. That's what this feels like. It's up to the coaching staff to make sure that the human elements don't get in the way of the game. Okay. That's cool. Don't run any plays. Don't make any adjustments. The players will figure it out.
Just something that's the fight. It's the never-ending fight when you play a team sport. And it's my job to make sure that we win that battle and impose our will, that we are going to do what's best for the team every single time, knowing that it won't happen because no one's perfect. But that will be the standard that we play to and strive to play to.
Impose our will. Got it. He said part of his job. Okay. I'm just irritated. I'm in a bad mood. This game got me in a bad mood. I'm sorry, guys. I'm usually positive. I'm usually quite positive. This is one of those situations where I'm just irritated. Ty Lue. Yeah, it's kind of Ty Lue's strategy. Ty Lue had LeBron. You're right. Don't apologize. I'm being real. It's how I'm feeling. I just wish I could spin it in a more positive way, because I guess I can. This team is really good. And if the team wasn't that good, I would say, hey, you're doing everything you can. But this team is so good, and he brings up how much depth we have. But you are not using it in the right way. Dylan Harper is so apparently easy. It seemed like some of the players where it's a little bit more easy, it's like, yeah, you know how to use them, right? Harrison Barnes, he was negative 17 this game. But Harrison Barnes, really great three-point shooter. Does his thing. Plays okay defense. He's Harrison Barnes. Tries to make the right play, but not really much you got to do. Just kind of sit in the corner, right? Get to the open space. Just do your thing. Stay around the perimeter. You're Harrison Barnes. We're not gonna have to lean on him too much. Luke Cornett, yeah, very simple. Just play defense. Give you some nice pick and rolls there. Give you some good screens. It's very his role's very cut and dry, right? De'Aaron Fox, you're just going to kind of let De'Aaron Fox do De'Aaron Fox things. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Devin Vassell, when he's at the shooting guard position, it's pretty easy to know what he needs to do. Steph Castle, I don't like that. The way that we use Steph Castle is silly. But when Steph Castle was out there with Dylan Harper, it was great. We used him perfectly. You played through Dylan Harper. So that brings to Dylan Harper. His role is very cut and dry. Keldon Johnson's role is very cut and dry. Stay in the short post. Every now and then go out for three, obviously, but he's just your hustle guy. He hustles for rebounds. That's his thing. That's what he does. He big body. Very simple. Olynyk's pretty simple, but then you have one player, maybe even a couple, Carter Brown to an extent, but mostly Sochan. You have this one player here that is kind of a jack of all trades. He can do quite a few things. His confidence seems shot from three now. He started off the season really good from three, but now it just seems shot, and his leash is so short till he doesn't want to make any mistakes. But you have a player like this that can do quite a bit of a few things, and you're like, can you play center for us? Oh, you're not doing that great at that? Pull you. Get out of here. Of course Sochan could have slowed Queen. Of course he could have. Yeah, I wasn't saying that rude to you, Gregory. I'm just saying, like, of course, like, exactly. But whatever. It's like that's the one player where you actually got to be a little bit more creative, or at the very least, kind of put him at his primary position, and you don't know what to do with him. He's also, I would also say, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I would also say Sochan is kind of the only power forward we have. He's kind of the only one. I don't know. Stop being mean to Sochan. He's good. Future Hall of Famer, needs time. I don't say he's a future Hall of Famer. That's not the point, Chandler. That's the last thing I'll say about it. That's not the point, Chandler. He says he's so versatile that he can't play any position other than power forward. That's not my point. The point is power forward is his primary position. He is very versatile in what he does on the court. He can do quite a few things, and he can run different positions, sure, but you don't put him and place him as center when that's not his primary position. You do that on special occasions, and it can work. If you have to do a small ball lineup, Sochan is fine. He is fine if you put him at center. Even in certain matchups, he's fine and put at center. Like, look at him go against Jaren Jackson Jr. Just absolutely locks him down, makes him look like trash. So certain lineups, you can do that, and it works just fine. But most of the time, his primary position should be power forward. Primary position should be power forward. And I don't think there's been one time, other than maybe his rookie year, where he's been able to actually play his position. A little bit of second year. Last year, there was no chance. He was center all the time. But just wait till we're fully healthy, chill. I wish I could feel that way, man. I really wish I could feel that way. Yeah, him and Kelly. Yeah, power forwards. Yeah, my bad. But I really wish I could feel that way. But even when we were absolutely healthy, I saw what the Spurs did. They started Wembanyama, obviously, at center. That's what you do. But then when he subbed out, you put in Luke Cornett at center. And then we subbed out Luke Cornett, and then we put Sochan at center. Sochan did not run power forward one time. And when he was out there with Wemby, he looked good. But how often was that? I don't know. It's all right. I never saw what you saw in Sochan. I watched him in college as well. But, yeah, he's had plenty of great showings with the Spurs. Really good games. Winning basketball. Doesn't show up in the stat sheet all the time, though. But with Baylor, he was pretty doggone good. He couldn't shoot, obviously. But, yeah, he really showed his versatility there. They had him at 6-man. They had him at center, power forward. He was all over the place. They had him in every position, it felt like. Oh, well.